This was my most anticipated series of the playoffs. Furia Pain delivered, absolutely. But this one, I had absolutely no idea what was going to happen. And certainly, I did not expect much, if anything, of what we've seen so far. Loud, if they win this game 4, again, they move on to face Pain, Red. Meanwhile, if they were to lose, taking on Kaboom in the lower bracket, and then they would have to win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 best of 5s in 4 weekends to make it to the World Championship. It is an absolute gauntlet run. Even though they had that extra life, my goodness, golly gee willikers, it is not an easy feat to make it back to the top.
It is not whatsoever, right? And it's a competitive league. It's a very competitive league. You got to claw your way up here in that gauntlet, man. What is it, 4 best of 5s or something?
5 BO5s in 4 weeks.
5 BO5s. Just, wow. Like, come on, man. That's so much CBLOL. And I think in 5 best of 5s, if they all go to game 5, don't you end up playing more games in playoffs than you play in the regular season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. By like a significant, even if it was just 4 BO5s.
It was just 4, yeah.
Also, let me amend it. It's 5 best of 5s total. 4
total,
from the lowest position in the losers bracket. But yeah, I mean, still a Herculean task. Yeah. Wow. When you put it that way, yeah. Just 4 best of 5s get you to 2 more games than you played in the regular season. Still, you gotta win. You gotta win 3 if you want to go to Worlds, even from an undefeated standpoint. Pain find themselves in a similar position they were in last split. Won all their best of 5s except for the one that mattered in the finals, and they didn't get that second life. Titan taking a bunch of damage here. Popped all his potions, or not all of them, actually just the one. And Bruncy and Seos hitting level 2 early, crashing this wave pretty quick.
4-way are potions strawberry flavored or cherry flavored?
I think they're cherry flavored. I think
they look cherry to me. Cherry to me.
Yeah, I think it's just a little more kind of accepted flavor. If you're going to market them as readily as I imagine that the makers are on Summoner's Rift, I think you make them a slightly more universally liked flavor in cherry. Now here comes level 3 dive from Croc. Going in immediately. Titan flashes out. TP immediately onto the tower. Seos in some trouble, but will survive with a sliver of health. Grevthar and Croc walk away with equal amounts of health. Summoners traded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 8 summoners in the bottom lane blown.
Yeah, they're all gone. The big winner here, of course, is Tinones, with no deaths going on down the bot lane. Tinones saying, hey, 2 waves for free? Thanks, buddy. I'll back. And I think I'll actually walk back into lane here, which is pretty incredible to be able to keep your teleport up here through that push. That's incredibly strong for the Azir. He is off to the races for sure. And no summoners means that potential for the regank there from Croc is very, very high. Little fight up top side. Oh, yeah, they're fully diving them again.
Yeah, they might not even need Croc. Find themselves in no man's land. The tower just playing spectator.
Wow.
It's a double kill. Bruncy, stop it.
No way. It's just no way. I can't even fathom. He started off with a longsword, for goodness sake. And he's going to come back onto this map having pushed in several waves. Taking the reset, get a big item advantage coming through here. That's 600 gold for that double kill, by the way. Now we got first blood. It's more. It's 750. So just so much gold in hand right now. Here's that replay coming through for you. We didn't see the start of this fight, actually, so we're all seeing it together for the first time here. Flash order with the Gravitum shot. Able to root him up. Switches over to Infernum. I know the gun names, folks. Come on. Jojo gets burned down here as well by that flamethrower. Yeah. Hey, where you at? Come on.
Come on. Make it hard for me.
Yeah, there we go. I love Bruncy. Bruncy is good. This is good.
Kid's got personality.
He's
gonna be is everything to be one of the faces of this league for a while. It's like It's like Sign God said in the chat, nailed it, right? Talk that smack, just don't get hit back, right? If you're gonna dish it, you got to be able to take it. And if there's anyone that you got to be worried about taking smack talk from, it's this Red Canids lineup. They love to jaw. They absolutely love it. Seos and Brunsey walk away with a 2v2 double kill here. Come back with a pickaxe, a dagger, and 2 longswords. They dump the entire kitchen drawer into this man's inventory.
They really do here, and there's nothing quite like the Brazilian stage matches. They're yelling back and forth, and it's just so much fun. The atmosphere there must be electric. I've never been there myself. I know you have recently, for why. What can you tell us about the feeling on stage? I mean, what's it like in the studio? Oh, Grevthar is super dead.
I'll tell you that right after this dive. Aegis doesn't have level 6. In fact, no one does except Tidons. If he can get in there with an Emperor's Divide, Croc is bloodthirsty. He is hungry. Drops the stun in. Grevthar able to dash away. Aegis looking for a kill. Might have signed his own death warrant here, though. Tidons will actually go down. Grevthar, are you kidding me? What a fight. What a retake from the red mid laner. Aegis on the hunt for more. Croc, no health. Sales is just a Renata. Robo wandering on down. Sales pops the honey fruit. But you know who else is wandering on down? It's Guigo. Throws out the Call of the Forge God. Try to get the kill there. Guaranteed on Sales. Hey. Robo going to take down Aegis. Sales staying alive just far too long for of support. Robo with no mana. Croc trying to get back to the fight. This one has been extended and sloppy, but a whole lot of fun. Beautiful permafrost immediately into the stun. Grabs himself a soul. It's a double kill for Croc rather. Grabbed himself Tidons or Grevthar's corpse, excuse me. God, Viego's a confusing champion. And Tidons turns it around. Oh, Red looked like they withstood the punches, but Loud smother them.
What a play from Loud, coming out swinging here in game number 4. This one's for all the marbles, folks. I mean, they're on sudden death. If you're a Loud fan, they could end this series right now, and coming out in the first 7 minutes with a 3K gold lead, they are set to do just that. They're off to the races, exactly where they need to be. Really good stuff from Croc, really good stuff from Brunsey. Incredible play from these players.
And Seos just staying alive as Renata, just able to lead the members of Red on a bit of a wild goose chase, staying alive just long enough to lay down the CC and be a nuisance, be a distraction. And then Croc got back in with just enough health to get in, Q, passive immediately, able to grab himself a little more artificial power with Viego doing Viego things and change that fight. I think if Croc doesn't go back into that fight, that fight doesn't go the way of Loud. Started out with Grevthar making one of the plays of the series right now. And he goes immediately, oh, this looks like a nasty 1v2 here. Grevthar and Jojo not able to close the gap there onto Tin. Seos wandering up to help, but he's spotted by a ward.
Certainly is there. Weird seeing 2 Emperor's Divides back to back, but
yeah, right.
Hey, that's Silas for you. Riff Herald going down now. See if Red can get this one, or if Loud will go for the steal.
Yeah, speaking of for all the marbles, this play right here looks like it could be for all the marbles. Guigo's going to get Call the Forge God up here very soon, but is it enough? There goes the Renata ult, first one of the series. There goes a Call of the Forge God. Red fighting backwards actually very well here. I think they're able to lock up the Herald as well. Big shutdown there for Grevthar, but Brunson joined the...
Whoa! What?
Hey.
No, there's no way. That's incredible there from Brunsey, able to get that ultimate through that big blue ultimate double kill instantly off of the ability. We gotta get a replay on that one. He's gonna rotate down to the dragon here, pick that one up for free.
And it's such a shame because these last 2 fights, Red had them until they didn't at the very last second, whether it was Croc in that last fight or Brunsey in this fight. That crucial member of Loud joining the fight at the last second is what swung it.
It really was here. Keep an eye on the top right of your screen. There's our boy. It's Brunsey. He's walking down. He's got the Gravitum. There's the Infernum out. Big ultimate. Boom. That's a crit, baby. Making his ult able to crit was the best decision Riot ever made. It's so fun, man. He had 20% crit chance when he hit that. That's nuts. Come on now.
Wow, yeah, and he gale forced forward, right? With all the early advantage he was able to get, he just came back with a gale force and said, "Hold my beer, I will win you this fight." Man, and now with a 3,000 gold lead, Loud just getting scarier and scarier. I still like to believe that Red stand a chance in fights that Brunsey isn't in, but if Loud have any hope in this game, they will not take a fight that Brunsey isn't in. There goes the dive there onto Robo. Guigo walking away with a much needed kill as Red punch back in the top lane.
Yep, Red punching away at that turret. Little kerfuffle in the mid lane. I use that term lightly,
Mm.
folks. That's, don't think too hard about that one. But Grefthar maybe in onto 10 ounce. We'll have to see. The answer down the bot side has been to race for that turret. I think they got it. Yeah,
Yep.
they got it by a decent margin. What?
Hmm?
Margin. They get that first turret down. They get that bonus gold, and Brunsey's on the reset 4-0. And just so much of this team's resources are going towards the Cephalios. It is huge for Loud right now. Still at that 3K gold lead, holding steady. Red holding out for the time being.
Brunsey by himself, 1,000 gold ahead of the next richest member on the Rift, and that is Aegis. Despite being 0-2-4, he's up 25 CS on Croc. But Croc himself on that 56% kill participation, quick maths for those you keeping score at home. But yeah, Aegis. He's only 1,000 gold behind Brunsey, which only 1,000 gold behind Brunsey. Lots to unpack in that statement alone. Tells you a lot about where the game is. Seos, throughout the queue, couldn't find its mark. Brunsey in the top lane. Aegis, might be on the wrong side of this one. He's got his ultimate, pops a double cyclone here. There goes the Renata. Brunsey joining the fight. He's got green, purple. Guigo trying to lay down the CC there onto the AD carry. That's huge. That is a big, big shutdown for Guigo, just for Red in general. But Tinon showing up to mop up the fight. Titan wasn't there. They walk away with a couple of kills. The order is, in fact, given. Croc in and not close enough.
Yeah, not quite close enough. They're going to be taking the resets here back onto the turret. No real opportunity for a dive. Doesn't look like Croc is super interested. And he's going to be backing off. A little bit of a lull state here for you folks coming through. There's 98 days left till the World Cup. Neymar, of course, heating up for that one. Should be a good show. And they've got the specialty products coming out in the stores now. I know cereal boxes, some sodas, sports drinks. Love the World Cup, so start seeing those limited editions come through soon. And we're all really excited for that on CBLOL English. We'll be watching the World Cup for sure.
Absolutely. And it's it's in the Middle East. So it's not at a horrendous time for Western viewers either, right? Like I remember with the well, I was living in Asia at the time, but when the World Cup was in Asia, that was actually pretty nice. But I remember being in Hawaii in summer of 2006 when the World Cup was, I want to say, in Germany in 06. I actually don't remember, but I woke up at some ungodly hour to watch the US get smacked by Ghana. And then to watch Brazil lose to Italy before Italy went on to beat France in that final. That was the Zinedine Zidane final, where he headbutted some Italian player. I don't remember. Either way, this game's still very much winnable for Red. Only 2,000 down. It has been a very Loud favored game, make no mistake about it. And with Brunsey, with 5 of his team's 11 kills, this has been a small part of why Red have been able to close the gap here. As the mid laners doing battle up in the top lane. Tinones hits level 11. Grefthar seeing that, saying he wants no part of that. And rightfully so. Brunsey immediately exhausted here. Jojo in there trying to lay down the CC. Titan can't find an angle into the fight. Guigo throws out the call of the Forge God. Titan has no mana, cleanses out of the ultimate from Renata. Brunsey down, not able to pick up a takedown. Red bounce back. Take Brunsey out of the fight, it becomes a whole different ball game. Guigo and Aegis both playing that fight very, very nicely as well.
100% right. And when the front line has the blue suede shoes there, it makes it that much more difficult to get the engage across for Robo to do his job. Just while we're here in the lull state, Neymar is newly single, actually, ladies. If you're trying to I don't know, shoot your shot. Now is the time. Looking at Neymar news, by the way. I don't know if I got that across, but
Yeah, they were picking
that's
up
sort
on
of
that.
you were picking up on that. Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
I'm sniffing what you're stepping in.
Okay, cool. They did not end up getting the Rift Herald either side. It will remain up on the top half of the Rift here, and yeah, it's a weird thing to call what is essentially a plateau. A rift. What is the rift? Like there's a river going through it. Is that the rift?
I don't know.
What
I mean,
is
yeah, like you
you
said,
know
it's
what
a
I'm saying? Like
yeah,
what
because like if you look out over like the kind of skybox, if you will, like you can see that it is on a plateau. Everything is below, right? The mountains don't extend really above this this wonderful little square. Um, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I don't
yeah,
know.
couldn't tell you, folks.
Maybe it was a rift at some point. It has been magically raised, like for any of you World of Warcraft enjoyers out there, as Croc grabs the second dragon of the game for his team. Maybe like Dalaran. That's a
Could
cut
be.
for again your World of Warcraft players out there. Grevthar on the business end of a Shurima shuffle. Loud trying to grab this second Herald here. Yeah, not content with just one objective, and Red couldn't get themselves in a place to contest cross map, right? Trade neutral objectives. So Loud actually probably going to walk away with this one. Grevthar not in a great spot to join the fight. Does have the Unleashed teleport available. There's a cheeky ward in the chicken camp on the red side. Here comes a call to Forge. Got it. Indeed. Grevthar, taking my advice, smart man, going to TP right down onto that ward. There goes the Renata ult. Lasts a little bit, but is it long enough? Aegis in the front line. Titan, not a lot of mana, but it might not matter. If Jinx can get excited, this game can change really quickly. And Brunsey taken out of the fight so early. Croc, sensing a momentum shift in the fight, goes right back in. He's got a double kill, and Robo lays down the hurt. No Brunsey, no problem. Triple kill for Croc.
Triple kill for Croc. Really nicely done here for the Rakan. No Viego. Viego for Croc. 6-1 and 5 now, just the one death for him. They're going to take that Rift Herald into the mid lane, and they will take it all the way to the bank here. Maybe even getting the second turret. Should be able to get that one down too. Breaking open the entire mid lane for Y. Not just the outer turret. Disaster striking once again for Red. Here we are now. Guigo with the primary engage. That hits 2. Seos and Brunsey knocked up. Not Brunsey's, but he's got red. He's got the white. And you know what that means. Don't fight. So much damage pours out of him before he goes down. And Tino's able to clean up on the back end. Seos with secondary engage. The re-engage there. Yeah, Tino's just slaughters them, man. So much damage. Croc with the resets coming through. Triple kill. Huge for him there.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I'm no professional lip reader, but Croc looked like what he threw down there at the end was a porra, which is a swear word. If you listen to like the mic checks in the CBLOL they've got on their YouTube channel, anytime they say that one porra, that gets bleeped out. You'll never hear that. But
okay.
you hear the Korean players, they've kind of picked that up, right? And even it's actually really funny in Valorant. I think it was DRX that have a bit of a rivalry with Loud from last VCT Masters when Loud got to the final and lost to Optic. That was a win-win final for your boy. Brazil versus North America. Both sides of me were very, very happy. There was a no-lose scenario. But some of the Korean players on DRX, just again, 5 Koreans, right? No Brazilians. They like when they win a round, they will like fist bump each other and go, boa, boha. Like, great job. Fuck yeah. Like, sorry, that shit. Everybody gets one.
No, that's the word. That's the word. Yeah.
But I think it's just so funny how
funny.
That has just infiltrated different esports corners. I think it's fantastic.
That is fantastic. I imagine that's also the thing in CSGO there too. But
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, fun stuff. I thought he said attaboy, but being a Korean in Brazil probably did not say attaboy.
No, even though they're all speaking English on Loud. That's their primary comms language. They all speak English.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Because
So
also,
maybe
like,
it was.
Tinones and Robo, right? They were playing on Pain before this. They had Lucy, right? A Korean support. BRTT, he's older than God, so he's played with a bunch of Koreans and a bunch of imports that all have to speak English. All these guys speaking English. And Brunsey, a younger guy, I feel like just younger people in Brazil more and more of them are speaking English. As the world becomes more globalized, you got to learn how to speak English. So, anyway, that's that about
Yep.
that. Croc's got himself 6 kills. We're talking all about Brunson, rightfully so, in the early game, but Croc has stepped up into this one in a big, big way.
He really has stepped up here, and he's been so big for his teams. Get the LDR coming through here, so next team fight's going to be massive for him. It's going to be shredding through that front line. We're talking about the blue suede shoes. It's not going to matter, right? You just got to be in any kind of range of Brunson, and he will shred through this front line with this item. Dragon up in under a minute now, just 30 seconds before that Cloud Dragon spawns on Summoner's Rift, and God help Red if Cloud Soul is to go over to Loud. That's so much movement speed for a team that desperately needed it, but also would love to run forward with this advantage that they built for themselves. That is the biggest issue for this team with a lead like this is, hey, we were kind of hoping you guys would come to us. So, if we have to go get you, it might be a little bit harder for us. And they have had some difficulty going in and trying to get on to Titan, trying to get on to Aegis and Grevthar here. But they should be just fine as these Cloud Dragons continue to build up.
They also got that Shirelia's as well. So even before Cloud Soul maybe does go out eventually too loud, like you said, gotta help him. Red, just with fantastic vision, piggybacking off a point that you've done a great job of just kind of connecting as a throughput throughout this series through the various game states for either team, for either side. It just allows them to take objectives like this with this much ease. They grab their 3rd dragon. Baron hasn't been touched just yet, but you can bet your top, bottom, and middle dollar that is what the prize will be, waiting for the winner of the next team fight. As items start to pour in here, pretty much everyone on that 2-item spike, except for Aegis, really. Croc got himself a dead man's. Yeah, everybody's on 2 items except for Aegis and the supports. Aegis, again, still, CS-wise, up 40. So in that department, he's doing just fine, but hasn't found a good spot to back yet. But again, with nothing to play for really on Summoner's Rift, it's just don't get caught.
Yeah,
well, as soon as I say that, they start up the Baron.
They start up the Baron. They're going to start it up. And is there any way to contest here for Red? I certainly don't think so. They're going to try, though. The teleport's coming in, 2 on the same ward. Guigo, then Grevthar.
Ooh, there goes.
Bruncey's caught out.
Wow. Croc forward, Aegis not at the fight in time. Can he get a double cyclone off? Try to bail out Titan. He's the damage dealer they need. Grevthar grabs himself a
he's down. Bruncey's down.
Fight. There's the CC. Bruncey's down, and that means pound the alarm. Tinones can't get a way in. Grevthar with a double kill. Titan grabs himself a much needed kill. Loud get the Baron, but at what cost?
That is stage experience right there. The ability to keep the heads cool, teleport in, get the ultimates down, just nailing Bruncey with that Call of the Forge God. Really, really effective there from Guigo, showing why he's such an experienced player. Look at this. This hits 1 member of Loud, and it's the perfect member. He gets Bruncey. Bruncey steps back forward with the red ultimate. He walks too close. Aegis way up into his face. Look at that. The connection from Grevthar with the big Sejuani ultimate. So effective. They are able to get both the Sejuani ultimate and the Ornn ultimate down directly onto Bruncey's face. That's exactly what Red needed.
And I don't even know how intentional it was, especially because Aegis was a little late to that fight.
Right.
But the way that Red staggered all their ultimates, right? Because like you said, they've got so many ways as Grevthar is going to get caught out here in the top lane. Stopwatch for funsies. Shutdown, though, for Tinones. That's not nothing. Yeah. He is well on his way to a death cap and just got a little bit closer. But yeah, in that last fight, Guigo, Grevthar, and Aegis just staggering all their ultimates. I don't even see what JoJo did with his. But yeah, in these extended fights, it's so important to keep Titan alive because he is your main damage dealer, right? Everyone else is going to be up in Loud's grill. They've got to sacrifice their bodies. And the only way that is worthwhile is if you can extend the fights and allow Titan to just, rain hell from the backline.
Did you see Tinones and Grevthar shuffle each other?
Yep, it's always fun.
That was fun. Yeah, that was fun. I like that a lot. The double walls. It's really funny, but it's a cool matchup. It's a cool matchup to watch for sure. Yeah, Grevthar was starting to run away a little bit with the game. Didn't have like the best start or anything, but with the pick on Brunsey and yeah, being up 7-1-5, that is a pretty big shutdown for Tinons. It is good for them to get him down. They're still up like almost
Man,
5K so far
yeah.
here. And yeah, all of that stacked Tinons, Bronzy, and Croc. So just like perfectly, right?
Mhm,
Seos way far behind, Robo way far behind, but I mean you're talking about supports here, right? So
mhm.
those carries way out in front for Loud, doing incredibly effectively. You just gotta protect Brunsey because at some point you're gonna get to the late game and that's gonna be all your damage.
Yep, both 80 carries on 2.5 items here. And Brunsey actually going with the plated steel caps.
Yeah. Trying to block some damage, I guess. Hey, I don't know. Get a little bit more armor in there, I think, also helps him out a little bit. But it does help him in the 1v1. He's trying to stay out in the sideline a little bit with Titan, but I think those days are probably pretty gone by now. So I don't know if he's going to swap those out or what. Does complete IE. Super big for him there.
Yeah.
Dragging up in 15. Looks like it's going down to Loud for free. This is soul for them.
I think you said it best. God help Loud. If Cloud Soul were to come in for Loud, bam, Titan grabbing IE as well. And Red just deciding, you know what, Cloud Soul, that's going to be okay. We've got objective bounties to collect. And Cloud Soul, while powerful, while even more powerful with the buffs, is still Cloud Soul, right?
Yep.
It's not tankiness, it's not combat power, it's not those raw stats, really. And in the late game, every team fight is going to be fought with every ultimate up, with a bunch of lull states in between. So it makes sense why people think of Cloud Soul the way they do. It is stronger and it is still really, really good. Don't get me wrong. This sucks for Red, but with the objective bounties up and what they were able to get in response, was an all right way of nullifying the damage.
Yeah, and I think if you're simplifying this game down to its baser parts, if it's just about Red getting on to Brunsey having more movement speed does make that more difficult and does
Mm-hmm.
make this game easier for Loud. So I think that's kind of your bottom line there a little bit. Your front line's a lot faster too, which helps you out here too. Oh, big fight brewing
Mm-hmm.
here.
Robo going forward. Aegis, just a clone waiting there. Again, they want to try to get that pick on a Brunsey. Robo getting shredded here. There goes the Renata ult. Damage coming down there. It's so much. Brunsey untouched, and that is what's going to happen. Aegis is out of the fight. Titan doing his best, but he will go down. Shut down. Another one for Tinons. The later this game gets, the deadlier this Emperor becomes. Croc racing forward at the speed of sound. I'm not sure if Cloud Soul won them that fight, but it definitely made it go a little quicker.
Yeah, no, it helps him out tremendously. Being able to move forward like Brunsey did onto the correct targets and then back off before this could be the end of the game. They're teleporting in.
Loud going for the jugular. Grev stole the Renata ult, threw it back in the faces of Loud. Jojo doesn't have his ultimate. All he could do is battle dance in, or grand entrance in, excuse me. Aegis doesn't have the double cyclone either. It was not enough. Titan and the rest of Red defeated
Yeah.
Loud.